Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? It's been a while. Happy to see you all. Thank you for being here. Let me know if the sound is not okay. I hope it is. I just moved all my equipment back upstairs from my vacation downstairs. I hope you're all doing well. Can y'all hear me okay? I sure hope so. Good. Good. Sound is great. Awesome. Take note of those numbers on the screen, everyone. If there's anything you have to report on anything we're discussing today, or any other cases that you are aware of and have information on, those are the numbers right there on the screen. And there we go. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for being here. Let's go up to the top. Angelina, thank you. Sorry to hear that you're palliative care. Thank you for making the time to watch the program. Shy, hello. Thank you for being here. Gaspé girl, she has to run, but she's going to be listening. Thank you, Ginger. Hi, Tambourine, Patricia, Sea Smoke, Joanne, Liz, Nova Scotia, Tash, Joyous, Cheryl. But First Coffee, hello. Nice to see you. Mildred. But First Coffee, I think I missed your name when I was going down earlier and putting them up on the screen. Sorry. Going down, going down. Olive. Hello, Olive. And just the facts, ma'am. Always nice to see you all. It's been a while. It's been a while. And I hope everyone's doing well. Sailor Moon. Holly Jolly. Nessa. Just putting anybody up that I didn't put up already. Anna. Hi, Novah and crew. Miss ya. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. Squid. Hi, haven't seen you in a while either. Hi, Novah. So lovely to see you live right now. Just wrapped up my MRI at the Aberdeen. Well, that sounds like a blast. I've had plenty of those. Plenty of those. Aw, thank you, Sea Smoke. Thank you. That's what being on rest and your husband doing everything for you will do, right? Beauty rest. Yes, yes. Well. We got some stuff lined up today. Yeah. We have some stuff lined up today. A few topics. Hello, Miss Sue. Thank you for being here. Some topics there today, folks. Unimaginable mystery. Now, I don't know how many of you. Maybe you should get you one of those, Ginger? My husband's awesome. He really is. He is. And when I need my break because I'm in a pain crisis, or I've got too much fluid on me, whatever the case may be, and I have to rest, he's very good to me. Hello, everyone. See the breaking news. No? What breaking news? Enough with the games. What breaking news would that be? I've read quite a few things today, actually. I read about a massive amount of weaponry confiscated. Yeah, on Foxbrook Road. And we're going to touch on the human trafficking. And yeah, I'm wondering that myself, Shy. Wondering that myself. Squid says, knew you could relate. The ladies here today were fantastic. I could have laid in there for, another hour, for hours. A con MRI scan's quite relaxing. You find them relaxing? Yeah. Yeah. Well, because you have to relax, right? Because they want you to stay still and take the deep breaths. And so they kind of put you in that mode for sure. Tash, finally a search warrant issued. By the way, if anybody wants to come up on panel with me today, you're very welcome to come up. You don't have to go on camera, but you can come up and we'll just converse back and forth as we go over these 3 cases today. 6 to 7 milligrams deep on the Ativan. Oh my God. So my writing might end up a little messy. Oh my goodness. So search warrant for what? What are we talking about here? Search warrant. Search warrant. Finally, a search warrant issued for. Yeah, roots. They are noisy and closed. Yeah, closed in. Yeah. Oh, yes, yeah, yeah. The weaponry, yeah, yeah. What irritates me is that they didn't say a name, and I mean, I'm not sure why they didn't say a name because uh, every other article you read regarding circumstances similar to that of arrest, the name is there. So why no name? That's what I found interesting. And I did try to find out who it was because I know people in Westville, but they're like, don't know, don't know. So for some reason, it's being kept very hush hush to the point where they didn't publicize the name in the paper even. And I'm wondering, even if you put a request into the court, like how could you get that without the name? Because I thought about it today and I was thinking, well, you would need the name to know what paperwork to ask for. So I'm not even sure how to go about doing it that way to try to find out who it was. But yeah, I definitely heard about it. We'll bring it up too. We'll bring that up too when we go on to the human trafficking thing. It's kind of, I guess, not that it's the same type of topic, but you know what I mean. Arrests made. Yeah, we can guess, but I mean, honestly, who knows? Who knows? You know? Yeah. Who knows? But I will do my best to try to find out. I worked on it this morning, but nobody seems to know who it is. So, Belinda believes. Hello, and thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so let's start with the first topic. Rena, hi, thanks for being here. Unimaginable mystery. Does anybody know about this? I'm not sure. Well, I did say it in the description of the video as well. Enough with the games. Way too hush hush. I know you're local, so I was hoping you had a source who saw it go down. We will wait for confirmation. Exactly. Enough with the games. Yeah. Yeah. Well, my friend who I reached out, she knows everything going on. Everything. And she lives in Westville. So I thought, oh, well, she'll definitely know. She'll definitely know for sure. So she was like, I don't know. It's being kept pretty quiet. So interesting, eh? Interesting. Actually, you know what? Let's do Lily and Jack first. We'll do Lily and Jack first. Yeah, Patricia, exactly. Can't slander anyone. Like, we don't know. We don't know. Okay, well, you know what? Let's bring that article up now. For those who don't know what we're talking about. You'd probably like to know. I put it in our Facebook group. I think I did. Yeah, I did. There it is. Yeah, we'll bring that up first since y'all are talking about it. And some people know, some people don't. Alrighty-o. So Nova Scotia man charged. No, Gee, sorry, wrong one. I have so many on here. Which one is it? Said 33 years old, so I thought that was the one. Maybe I didn't put it on there. I thought for sure I did. There it is. There, you guys can see that okay? Quite the picture, eh? Check that out. Isn't that crazy? That's what they took out of this individual's home. Yeah. And the things that you see in the back there that look like cylinders or whatever, they are like a silencer. My husband told me, because I had to ask him, like, what is this? What is that? I had to ask him what some of the stuff was. Hi, Seaweed. Yeah, I had to ask him what some of the stuff was. And then in the back, I'm pretty sure that's a sawed off. I'm pretty sure that, I won't say the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure that's sawed off. And then you have a protective vest there. Was he 31? I thought it was 33, but I read so many articles this morning that my memory, it's a lot for my memory to try to remember. Well, while you guys are checking out that picture, I'll go over and read it. All right. So the Pictou County Integrated Street Crime Enforcement Unit seized a variety of pew pew, including multiple pew pew, during a search warrant execution in Westville on April 14th. And that's the other thing. This was on April 14th, and it didn't hit the news until today. All the news, like CBC, CTV, the papers, and still no name. So there's something up with that. So April 14th, officers attended a home on Foxbrook Road as part of an ongoing investigation. Pictou County, the street crime unit, led the search warrant execution with support from Nova Scotia RCMP, Police Dog Services, Westville Police Service, and Stellarton Police Service. During the search, investigators seized several pew-pews, as well as prohibited and restricted pew-pew, accessories, and ammunition. Officers also seized crossbows, other pew-pews such as, not pew-pews, but swords that are considered dangerous to the public, and body armor. A 33-year-old Westville man was arrested, so it is 33. The man was later released on conditions pending a court appearance scheduled for July 13th. So, well, if we don't find out prior to July 13th, we will definitely find out from the court docs, which I receive every morning. A lot of people do. Note, the unit is made up of police officers from Pictou County District RCMP, Westville Police Service, and Stellarton Police Service, and New Glasgow. They missed New Glasgow there. Yeah. So there you have it. No, Patricia. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Definitely not. No. Hi, Detective Tam. Hi, Madagascar. I don't know, I'm going with Madagascar. Hi, Cheryl. Yeah. Hi, Gypsy. Yep. Pew, pew. What's interesting is this must have been the purpose of the search because it's all, heck, I'm just going to say it, whatever, weapons and firearms, no drugs or any other illegal charges. This is not a common search warrant in Nova Scotia. Yeah. Well, lots of times they go in with the search warrant for the drugs and they end up finding this stuff, right? Or they go into for this stuff and they find the drugs too. Like usually you see it in combo of one and another. Hi, Budettes. If I missed anybody saying hello, my apologies. Yeah. 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 Mad as a catter. Thank you. Thank you. Angelina, hi everyone. I'm sorry I'm late. Had an interesting appointment with the spiritual advisor for the first time ever. It was interesting. Love and prayers for Lily and Jack. Oh, nice, Angelina. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Tashpon, the smart ones keep the arsenal in one place, the drugs in another. Yeah, probably, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he can say that, but I mean, I want confirmation. I highly doubt he has the exact address. Foxbrook Road is not, the exact address. And Jordan, I don't even know if Jordan would own anything like that, but if it is, he wouldn't be the only person that could be out that way that owns that. So I wouldn't jump to conclusions until I know for 100% sure. But so I'm not going there. I'm going to play it safe as I always do. You made it back, did you, Gaspé? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That is true. Yeah, we don't know who it is, though, Cool J. I mean, we can speculate, but that's all. That's all. Like we really can't put anybody's name out there. Honestly, this stuff is being found around Pictou County quite often. It's not new. They pull cars over with this stuff in the cars and money. It's not the first time. So, yeah. So until it's 100% confirmed, we're going to play it safe on this channel. No, they didn't. No, they just said Foxbrook Road, right? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Cool J. Right? They always do, which makes me wonder even more so, right? Because my husband and I were talking about it, and I was like, well, if it is, they know the public's watching everything, right? They have the right to print the name, put that name out there or not. They know what kind of stir it would cause if that is the case. And So we speculated on that. But again, don't know. And I'm not going to, tag anybody's name to that until I'm 100% sure. Because like I said, it's not the first time around here for stuff like that. Yeah. Strawberry wine. JG was in live the other night, I believe. It was Thursday, so I can't see it being him. Just a thought. Yeah, possibly. Yep. 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 Or if it is, a certain person, if they want it to know, are other people aware? Other people on YouTube who find everything out. Did they find this out and are they talking about it? Right? You never know. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed, Ginger. See what Ginger is saying there. So let's make sure to follow that. What another channel is doing is their own business. That's fine. Yeah, so let's follow YouTube chat guidelines and do not mention other YouTube creators in the chat. Be kind to each other, respect the opinions of others, and have respect for Novah and her opinions. Yeah. And my rule of thumb is, a lot of those old sayings. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. That's kind of my rule of thumb with the whole YouTube thing. So if I bring up another creator, it's going to be to, discuss a video, information in their video that's, good to discuss. Or, tell people to head over there and check out this video for a certain reason. Stuff like that, right? We're not going to get into anything else as far as any other channels. Exactly, Holly Jolly. It is odd around here to not name an adult victim unless IPV is involved. Very, very strange. Yeah. Wild guess, this guy likely has ties to KDS that was arrested June 18th, 2025. Saw her name on the docket quite recently. KDS. I'm not sure who that is, but you can email me who you're talking about if you want, because I'm not sure who that is. KDS. There are 76 residential addresses on Foxbrook Road. Yeah, it's a long road. Yeah, exactly. Why dangle a carrot? Yeah. Yeah, I thought the same thing. If you're going to tell us all that, well, tell us the name too, for heaven's sakes. Right? And it's just odd to me. It's just odd because I post all these articles that come up. I post them on the Facebook and I read them before I post them. And I'm, every other one that's similar to this information, the name is there. Like, very rare you don't see the name. Root says there are approximately 115 homes on the Foxbrook Road. So we really have no idea, just speculation. Exactly, Roots. 115 sounds probably more likely. Like Foxbrook Road is a long road, and it starts in town, and it then goes into the like in the town of Westville, and then as you're driving on that road, you end out on the outskirts of Westville. Yeah, like more rural than being in town, but not as rural as where Daniel lives. Yeah, kind of in between. It's one of those places where you feel like you're out in the country, but you're very close to town. The fact that the person is not named for this offense is a specific reason, and they are avoiding the fallout publicly. In my opinion, I kind of felt the same way, possibly, you know? Your system is so different from Newfoundland. I mean, in regards to your court dockets. Oh, yeah. We can look up dockets in advance. Oh, wow. I don't think you can here. I just always wait for them to come in the morning. Can the individual ask not to have name shown, or is it an ongoing case? I don't think they would be able to ask for the name not to be shown. Another thought, if that individual's cooperating with police in, if there's, besides the crime of what we're looking at on the screen, if there's more crime behind that, right? And that individual is cooperating with the police to have charges decreased or whatever, passing on information, becoming an informant for them type thing, they may not put the name out then as well, right? So, or if there's something else they want to talk to about that with that individual, right? Regarding another crime, not even related to what we're looking at, perhaps they're wheeling and dealing with this individual, right? So they don't want to put the name out there as part of protecting that individual, possibly. Just speculation. Complete and total speculation. Yes, exactly. Cool J. Yep. Yep. Integrity of investigations. Releasing a name too early may compromise an ongoing. There you go. Which is pretty much what I just said. May compromise an ongoing investigation, alert other suspects, or make it harder to locate individuals. Exactly. Which is what I was just saying. Out of my own little brain, my own little thoughts. Yeah. Yeah. They usually are here too. Mad as a cat. They usually are here too. That's why we're saying this is kind of different, and we're trying to understand, well, what could be going on here differently, that they would not show the name. Mental health considerations. If mental health is a factor in the incident, withholding the name helps prevent exacerbating the individual's condition or contributing to stigma. So I guess there's a few reasons why the name could be held back. I hate that they release them on conditions. I know, I was thinking the same thing, right? After the Portapic shootings, if nothing we should have learned, they don't always keep ammo in the same spot, and mental health is questionable with weapons. Yeah, I agree. I thought the same thing. And, or if that individual just happens to know other people with the same kind of weaponry, which I'm sure that individual probably does, because birds of a feather flock together. What's to say they just can't go ask Joe Blow, hey, can I borrow some of your weapons? What I thought, yeah. Wouldn't this be public information? Well, if you can figure out how to get the docs from the court, but you would need that's what I'm saying. What would you request if you don't know the person's name? What are you going to request, right? Yeah, because things have to be specific. So, and if you don't know the name and you don't know the specific address number, you don't know the specific time, like to me, in my experience, there's things that you need to know to be able to point at to get that information. If he's cooperating, they didn't help putting the address out there. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people that live on Foxbrook Road, though. Yeah. And I mean, people can speculate, of course, but they can't for 100% facts say. Has anyone checked the court docket? Well, it's not until July. What was it? July 15th, July something. So it wouldn't be on there yet. It wouldn't be on the docket until the day before. Protection of victims and witnesses. Naming an accused can sometimes indirectly identify victims, particularly in domestic violence or sexual offense cases. Come on, folks. Novah is amazing, and so far this live only has 9 likes. Please support Novah by liking this live. Well, thank you for saying that. Thank you, Roots. And I'll give a friendly reminder too. Thank you. Oop, gotta go back up a little. Request the name by the case file number. Okay, well, I wonder if I did read the RCMP website as well, and I didn't even notice if the case number was there. Oh, there it is right there. It is there. Roots. Smart you. Now I feel stupid for not even thinking of it. Also, name could be withheld to get the public talking and they get more info that way. Yep. True. The decision to release a name is generally guided by a case-by-case assessment of privacy, public safety, and legal requirements. Yeah. And that's why my spidey senses tell me it's because that name is going to cause a public, yeah, right? And if that person acts a little bit over the top mentally when things are being discussed about that individual, you just never know what could happen. It could exasperate, right? Maybe more involved, so don't want to tip off others, just in my opinion. Yep. I agree. There would have been a bail hearing already, wouldn't there? Okay, let's go back to that article. You're right. What did it say on the 13th? On April 14th, officers attended the home of the father investigation. During the firearms, officers also seized crossbow, other weapons such as The man was later released on conditions pending a court appearance on July. No, he didn't attend yet. No, not according to that. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Carla. I think the RCMP is showing the public what was going on around Jack and Lily at the time they disappeared. Well, we don't know if this has anything to do with Jack and Lily. Honestly, we really don't. You know, it might not be who people are assuming it is. And we just don't want to assume. Like, I would never assume and put that out there. You know, I need to base things on facts and evidence. Yeah. I imagine that forensics will be done on all these weapons to see if they have been used in any open cases, allegedly. And in my opinion, I 100% agree. Good question. Around that age, but again, I can't tell you for sure. I really don't know. Or maybe it's someone different we don't even know. Right. Exactly. About yet, and they don't want us to know. Yeah, or maybe it just has nothing to do with it, right? We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, the individual was charged and released, yeah. Because I would have thought of that when I read it. I would have went, because I get all the court docs. The bail hearing could be over the phone. Yeah, exactly. With yeah, justice of the peace. Oh, you just come out, go to Novah's Inquest, and then you'll see the two chats there. And the one that is how do I go to the vertical chat? So the vertical is the one for your phone. So you'll see the little phone there, and that's the one, that's the vertical. The body armor is not a usual household item. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Like, that's really odd. Yeah. He did. You have to appear for a hearing to get out of custody unless released on own. No, you don't, because remember, Daniel didn't. His first court appearance was, yeah, same thing. He was charged and released. No, I don't think he did. He didn't see a judge. No, not by the sounds of that. Yeah, you can be released by police under their condition. Yep, exactly. Just like Daniel was for his charges. Or wait to see a judge, or like somebody said, it can be done over the phone, over the internet, over what do you call it? Skype or whatever the heck. Probably not Skype, but you know what I mean. Didn't Anita say something about Jordan having a stash of weapons? I didn't listen to a lot of that, to be honest with you. Hello, Daphne. Hello, Novah and chat. Hope everyone is doing well today. I hope you're doing well too. Yeah. We're just talking about the big stash of weaponry here that was confiscated in Westville on Foxbrook Road. Ginger. Yeah, we don't, well, I don't think many of us paid much attention to that going on. If released under police conditions, you may need to get docs from them. If they waited overnight to see a judge or conditions, court would have docs. The court would have documentation of this, yes. But the court doc that I get every morning that tells you who is going to be in court today and what time, he wouldn't have been on that because he actually didn't go to the court from what we can gather there. Same as Daniel did when he was arrested and charges laid, he was released. They didn't actually go before a judge in the court, like literally, physically in a court. Hi, Shirley. Thanks for being here. There are some really illegal weapons in that stash. I know, right? I know. Like scary, scary, scary. Hello, little black bear. Thank you for being here. Hi, Novah. I'm really late. Have to listen, replay. Looks like I missed something real good. Hi, everyone. Well, we didn't even move on to the topics we had on the agenda here. But that's fine. That's fine because I was going to bring this up too, but everybody started talking about it. So I said, well, I may as well bring it up now. I was going to wait till the end. But this is a bunch of weaponry that was confiscated after an arrest by warrant and from a home on Foxbrook Road here in Pictou County. Yeah, there's Daphne's information, guys, for her Daphne's channel. Please check Daphne out. She is top notch. Top a notch. Hi, Gypsy. Oh, I think I already said hi to you. Sorry. Not that it's nothing wrong getting said hi to twice. But I thought you were saying hi to me, and then I realized you were saying hi to Daphne. The wording isn't specific, but it feels like they were released under police conditions, not via courthouse. I agree, Cassandra. Yeah. Strawberry wine, that's a good point, especially if it was the weekend. Yeah, very rare though. Usually they want to make you stay till Monday. Yeah. Same to you, Daphne. It's been an extremely warm day here, getting a lot done outside. I wish it would get warmer here. Today's not too bad, and I do find it warmer in this room today than it has been. I would love the warm weather, snowing here today. Oh, God. Yeah, that's what it's like here this time of year. We can still get snow. Oh, you're so lucky. So lucky. Yeah. Yipper. All right, I'm getting behind. So I'm going to scroll down. And hello, Jasmine. Thanks for being here. No, I think you'd have to wait for tomorrow morning, Tash. Oh, I see what you're saying, Cassandra. Well, I'm going to look into it tonight. And no doubt, I can guarantee Shan's probably looking at it as well. She might have the name by the time she goes live tonight. Yes, definitely they are. Yeah, 100%. Hi, Candace. Westfall. I'm not sure where at. I'm not sure of the exact. And even if I did, I would never put it out. I would never do that. Oh, well, thanks for coming in and saying hi, little black bear. Have fun doing your errands. Enjoy the beautiful day. This is a serious crime, up to 10 years in prison. Wow. Wow. So, if it does have to do with a certain someone, I'm not willing to say the name because we just don't know. But interesting, right? How charges are being laid, because this is a typical if it is not unusual, not an unusual tactic to try to get people to talk, right? About possible other crimes, right? If yeah, well, they all went to school. They're all around the same age, 33, 34. They all went to school together, is my understanding. Yes. I saw that. Hi, Nature Walks. Hi, Truth Chaser. Yep, they sure are. Yeah, that's right. Yes, you can. Yeah. 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 My husband has one, but like he has everything he's supposed to have to own that stuff, like, and he's hunted since he was a kid. Hi, Brian. Thanks for being here. Yes. Yes. Ongoing. Yeah. Yeah. Possible, right? Possible. Wow, you gals are awesome. Now I have a rifle that I haven't used in ages, but I've never used the bow. Yeah, compound bow. All right, since we're on arrests, let's go over to the human trafficking and read that article. May as well, since we're on to those topics. Hi, Colburn. Bye, Joyous. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, catch it on the replay. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, that's a thought. That's a thought. Good thought. And I mean, might not, right? But maybe there's some information that they may know that they might want to pass on, right? Regarding other crimes, to have their crime charges decrease. Who knows? Who knows? Thanks for being here, Jasmine. All right, let's bring up the other one. Whoops. Wrong button. Yeah, so this one has to do with, so you've heard myself and Shan and others discussing how Nova Scotia has the highest rate of human trafficking in all of Canada. So I was very happy to see. This. And not that this has anything to do with the case, this Lilly&Jack Sullivan case. We're just hitting different topics today because there's not a lot of new information coming out about Lilly&Jack at this time. I am going to update you on a couple of things, but outside of that, there's not much news related or information coming out from our CMP. So I just thought, well, we'll hit a few different topics today. And I mean, there is other stuff going on, right? There is other missing stuff, missing cases, homicides, the trafficking. Yeah, so there's other stuff that we need to touch on. Hi, Maggie. Thanks for being here. Anybody else that come in that I may have missed? My apologies. Yeah. So I will read this. I hope you guys can see it okay. It's so hard to tell on my screen. See if I can make it a little bit bigger. That's a little bit better. So, 2 charged in human trafficking investigation. The Nova Scotia Human Trafficking Unit has laid 19 charges against 2 individuals in connection with a human trafficking investigation that also involves financial crimes. The case remains ongoing. Well, that's good. I mean, it's sad that there's more for them to do, but it's good that they're continuing and that they're being very thorough about it. The investigation began in 2023, focusing on sex trafficking involving, and when I read this, I thought, okay, well, is it human trafficking work related or is it sex related? And yes, it is. The investigation began in 2023, focusing on sex trafficking involving multiple victims in Nova Scotia. As it unfolded, investigators uncovered links to both New Brunswick and Ontario. Police emphasized that victims safely was the top priority throughout the investigation. Officers worked closely with those affected, connecting them to support services while gathering evidence to support charges. Financial analysts involved in the case identified more than $500,000 in suspected criminal proceeds, believed to have been moved through casino activities across 3 provinces. On April 10th, officers conducted a traffic stop on Highway 102 near Milford, leading to the safe arrest of 2 individuals. The operation involved the HTU Nova Scotia RCMP's Organized Crime Section, East Hants District RCMP, and was supported by Halifax Regional Police. A 49-year-old man from Porters Lake faces 13 charges, including trafficking in persons, receiving material benefit from sexual services, withholding or destroying documents, and laundering proceeds of crime. He appeared in Dartmouth Provincial Court on April 13th and remains in custody with his next court date set for April 20th. A 43-year-old woman from Chester Basin has also been charged in connection with the investigation. She has been released under conditions and is scheduled to appear in court at a later date. Police say tackling human trafficking continues to be a major priority and credited the courage of victims who came forward, noting their cooperation played a key role in disrupting the operation and preventing further harm. Anyone with information can contact the Nova Scotia Human Trafficking Hotline at 902-449-2425. Available 24/7. And I'll say that again, 902-449-2425. You can also reach out anonymously through Nova Scotia Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS. For more information on recognizing and reporting sex trafficking is available through official resources. More information on recognizing and reporting sex trafficking is available through official services. Now, there is 2 of these out, and if it didn't say their names here, it did say it in the other one. Excuse me. Because I found her on Facebook, and she does look like a madam, I have to say. And yeah, it must be in the other article that I read. It actually said her name and his name. And so I looked her up. He's not on Facebook. His name is Fedul. Fidel. Was it Pierce? Just give me a second. Her name is Marissa Church, and some of the people she has on her Facebook are actually from Glasgow. females from Glasgow. And his name is Fedul, Fedul, or was it Fudel? And I can't remember his last name. Let me go to my... Go to my Facebook because it's in the other article on here that they actually say the names, unless they took it out. They found that poor woman deceased. What a sin. Her and her dog. So sad. When did I put that on there? Quite a while ago, I guess. Man, there's a lot of missing people. A lot of missing females from New Brunswick. Like, crazy. Okay, I think it says the names in this one. There it is. So Fidel Kane, Fedul Kane, 49. And then it says her name down there, Melissa Church. Yeah. And like I said, I looked her up. He's not on Facebook, or he got himself on there. But yeah, she looks like a madam. I'm not going to show her picture, but if you guys want to look her up, you'll see her there. Yeah, family business, no doubt. Oh, because it's about the money, Tash. It's about the money. That's why. Mm-hmm. Money, money, money. Yipper. Show me the money. Yes. Yes, I remember that. Oh, was he? He was a king. Oh. Oh, no. So possibly the adult was the target and the poor child. Oh, that's sad. If that's, I mean, no matter what, it's sad, but. Hi, Carla. My friend in St. Stephen, New Brunswick, have been complaining about the increase in rugs and thefts over the past 5 to 10 years. Yeah, I mean, it's getting bad. I mean, it is bad and only getting worse. Yeah. Yeah. A lot missing. Yeah. Yeah. Like most of the females coming out missing on those missing posters, it's New Brunswick, and they're all around the same age. Now they're finding some of them, which fine, but there's still a reason why they were missing. Like, what is going on? Like, are they being groomed? Right? Because that's what'll happen, right? They'll go missing and then they'll come back, and then they'll go missing and they come back, but they're in the process of being groomed by somebody. Like something's going on. Something. And they're all around the same age, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. Crazy. Ah, yeah. Figured. Lee Kane was the 8-year-old who died in the car. His uncle was the target. Yeah. That's really nice. Real nice. Hi, Stevie Wonder. Thanks for being here. Vincent Mallory Jr. was in court today in Amherst. Yeah. He's got his charge. Like, the charges are coming down the pipeline like crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Wasn't there a comment made early on that the kids are probably in New Brunswick by now? Was it DM? Yes. Yeah, he did say that. He said New Brunswick or PEI. He was saying shut the borders down. They could be in New Brunswick, PEI. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for being here. Yeah. Yeah. Well, there won't be any clown show in here, so don't worry about that. We stay focused in here on the topics at hand. Maggie, thank you. That deserves a little bit of music. It's nice to play a little bit of music with that, and thank you, music, and lighten the mood up a little with these topics, right? Because they're just not always the greatest topics. Not always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Very much appreciated. Very appreciated. And we'll take that thank you off there. The last time I forgot. And I was reading and didn't realize till way later. Yeah. All right, let's go over. Oh, we got another. Aw, thank you, Maggie. Maggie gifted a membership. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. It's always nice to gift the memberships because it's kind of a pay it forward, right? That's what I always like to do. Olive, thank you. Thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Anybody new that came in that I missed? Hello, and thank you for being here. Oh, almost forgot to take that picture off again. All right, let's go over to Jack and Lily, shall we? Oh, 1 second before we do so, just to end that, the human trafficking. Yeah, so this is just where we were on the topic of the human trafficking there. Um, so, and Colleen posted this. Thank you, Colleen. Please note the fraud prevention presentation will be held directly following this presentation as it too needed to be rescheduled. So let's do our part in ending this. Human trafficking exists. Nova Scotia human trafficking rate, 6.3 incidents per 100,000 people. And that's just what's reported, so it would be higher. East Hants Crime Prevention Association and the East Hants Community Health Board for a community information session on human trafficking. So join East Hants, RCMP, East Hants Crime Prevention. Monday, April 20th, time 6:30 to 7. Location, Elmsdale Fire Hall, 720 Highway 2. Now, they did have one here in Pictou County, and it was New Glasgow Police that put it on. I contacted them and asked them if they were going to serious accident. I called them and asked them if they were going to video it so that I could then stream it on here for you guys. They said yes, that it would be on their site, and for me to just keep checking to see, right, when it's available. And that was months ago. And I have checked and checked and checked and checked, and it's still not on there. So I may call them back. And ask them, are they going to put that on there? Did something happen that, maybe it didn't pan out and they weren't able? I don't know. Hi, Novah and Chad. Had to charge my phone, but have been watching local grapevine. We'll have the Foxbrook individual identified pretty soon. Oh. So, are you local and you're just waiting for somebody to get back to you? Old garden gal? I called my friend this morning from Westville. Not called. I reached out to her. She's up on all that's going on. She's usually got the scoop. And if she doesn't, her husband does, one of them, her husband. And she didn't know. I got to go back and see what's going on there with Carla because I missed something. I'm Petite. Last time I was walking into a really nice hotel in New Brunswick, 2 blonde men with maritime accents grabbed me, pulled over shoulders and said, "You're coming with us." I kicked and yelled, and others came. Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, scary. So are you waiting for somebody to get back to you, Garden Gal, is that what you're saying? Yeah, Carla, that's scary. Man. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to go through that. That's wild. That is wild. Man. Traumatizing. Traumatizing. Interesting that the one mentioned that was in court in Amherst today with his two co-accused are charged with PEMA 21 charge, i.e. police uniform related stuff. Yes, I know. I mean, that this is definitely intentional, the name not being named, right? The individual not being named. It's strategic. It's intentional for sure. Yeah. All right. So, as you can see on the screen there, we have little Miss Lily Mae and Jackie Boy Sullivan, and they have been missing since May 2nd, 2025, for those of you who do not know, from Lansdowne, Pictou County, Nova Scotia. If you have any information, call RCMP 1-800-8. Oh, I can never see that. It's going to be up at the end, and and the numbers were up at the beginning as well. And if you can make that out on there, those numbers, it's just a little bit blurry for me. And yeah, so we are going to, we'll put their poster up there. Oh, just your opinion, small town. Yeah, I know. Well, this happened on the 13th, 14th, something like that. My friend, like I said, she's usually up on it all. She had no idea. Yeah, they're keeping it pretty hush-hush. So there's Lily Sullivan, who turned 7 in March, Jack Sullivan, who turned 5 in October. Last seen May 1st, 2025, reported missing May 2nd, 2025, Garlick Road, Lansdowne, Nova Scotia, and there is a $150,000 reward. And I'll put those numbers up now since we're here. If you have any information, call your local RCMP or Rewards for Major Unsolved Crimes, 1-888-710-9090, and that requires your name and contact info if need to testify. Or Crime Stoppers of Nova Scotia, Anonymous, 1-800-222-TIPS, 8477. And there is also online crimestoppers.ca, .ns.ca. Now, the first thing I want to do, that billboard that we're looking at there, I believe that's the one in New Brunswick. I want to share missingkids.ca because they are who assisted Malaya, the mother of Lily and Jack, and her friend Cheryl in being able to get those billboards put in place. And there's been several of them put in place in Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland. So wonderful. So that is the website, missingkids.ca. Okay. And it is, how can we help you? Help us find a missing child. And then you have your resources about, you can donate. So you see, my child is missing, report a tip or sighting. And that is who Malaya reached out to and who assisted in having those billboards put in place. So Canadian Centre for Child Protection, helping families protecting children. Missingkids.ca is owned and operated by the Canadian Centre for Child Protection. As Canada's Missing Children Resource Centre, missingkids.ca offers families support in the search for their missing child and provides educational resources to help prevent children from going missing. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that. And then we will move on to, I have my notes here. I got to look at my notes, folks. Okay, so the search. I was speaking with Nick, and just one second. There, had to get myself back on the stage. I disappeared. I was speaking with Nick from Please Bring Me Home. So he is so thankful regarding the donation for the food, the money that was donated by all you wonderful folks. Thank you again. Thank you again. So, and I wanted to let you guys know that how thankful he is. And he knows that, you know, it came from you guys, and I put a donation in there as well. And he stated, he said, "You have no idea how much this helps," because as I explained to him, so we have the funds that was donated through the channel members. My husband and I will be, well, I'll be ordering the food. And I was talking with the superstore today that's going to provide the food. I was talking with them today about it. And so we'll be ordering it. My husband and I'll be picking it up, paying for it via your donations, the donations we all gave, and delivering it. So there is a starting point where we will all show up in the morning. And I can't give those locations out, but and the searchers, the boots on the ground, will be loading up on some food. So it's going to be sandwich trays, 4 sandwich trays. I think she said 22 sandwiches per tray, 20 or 22 sandwiches per tray, and muffins and energy bars and drinks and hot coffee and tea. And this, it will be during the, like a session that Nick is going to be doing with the searchers before they go out, like just going over the rules and whatnot. And then from there, we will then put the rest of everything in the back of my husband's SUV, and we will be heading out to the pipeline, which is where we will stay, and the searchers will know that's a designated area to come back to for if they require more food, more drink, or Nick will take it to them because they're going to be on a side-by-side, him and somebody else. So there's that. I really wanted to let you guys know. Like he said, you have no idea how big a help this is. Like he said, that is such a load off our minds to not have to worry about coming up with the funds, ordering it, and getting it to where it needs to go. He said, like you guys just took a big load off of our plates. So, I want to let you guys know that, like that Sobe should donate for the search, being as the owners are local. I think they already did donate. He thinks that they donated a sandwich tray. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I wanted to let you guys know that. Now the other thing is, I'm seeing like messages on the Facebook about the search that, you know, people are kind of concerned. Well, how come it's not for 2 days? Wasn't it supposed to be for 2 days? And I get why people are saying that, right? Because you think, my gosh, if you're there, you know, you're putting this all together. Can you please do it for the 2 days, right? And double that, you know, chance of being able to possibly locate the children, or not finding anything, and as I said, no evidence could be the evidence, right? But I want to let you guys know that both days there is searching being done. But the first day is everyone who's volunteering plus please bring me home. The second day is particular groups who will be searching in very specific areas that only these particular groups will be chosen for due to the type of search that it is going to be. So there's the ground searches, which will be the first day, and then the next day there's going to be some water searches. So for those, it's just going to be that particular group. So it's not that there isn't going to be searching on both days. There will be, okay? So just to ease your minds there, there is searching for both days. It's just that there needs to be a certain type of training for the second day. So that's very specific to certain people. Okay. So, and it involves water. So, I mean, you can kind of use your own thinking, right, to deduce that what's going on there. So, yeah, so just to let you guys know that. Well, little black bear, you're amazing too because you donated. Yeah, many of you guys here right now donated. Yeah, Belinda believes. So the area where I told you to go and don't say it in chat, we'll keep it hush hush. But yeah, you're not gonna. It worked out if that is where you're ending up to go. Where you had asked me where should you go, and I told you that's going to work out perfect for you. So I thought of you right away when he said where to meet up in the morning. Yeah, so please share Novah's video so we can get the correct info out there on the upcoming search for Lily and Jack. Yeah. It's just I understand why people are saying that. Well, how come they're not searching? It's more of a panic, like, oh my goodness, if you're coming to do this, can't you do it for 2 days, like, and double the effort type thing? And I get that, but it's not that it's not being done. It is being done on both days. It's just going to be more specific to a certain group. So, and that's all I can really say about that. Oh, thank you. Is there 2 more? Oh, we got that one, yeah. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are awesome. We'll play a little bit of music again. Break this show up. Break this up with a little bit of dance. Do 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 do. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. And I hope I didn't miss any. It doesn't look like they're going in order. Charlie, and Maggie. Thank you. Yeah, so that is the update on the search. Just 1 second, guys. Oh, that's nice, Cheryl. Cheryl sent me the picture of her sun visor. I'm not going to show it because I'm sure the individual who sent that to you, if it's who I think it is, will want to show it on her channel. Oh, Ginger, thank you. You guys rock. Rock and roll. 10 gifted forward memberships. You know what? Oh, I don't know if I can gift them right now because I have memberships there. Actually, I'll give them out during my members live. I usually like to do it just before then. But I have some I can give out. Thank you, Ginger. Sorry, guys. I said it's so nice to have the pay it forward memberships and nice to see those who received them. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to the family, guys. Yeah. So the other thing is a gathering of hearts seeking justice for Lily Mae and Jackie Boy. Join us on May 2nd, which will be a year that the children have been missing, 2 p.m. at the Stellarton RCMP police station. So now, honestly, guys, no matter what your thoughts are on this case, if you think, oh, this person, that person did this, that person's involved, you know, they weren't involved, they were abducted, like they wandered off, no matter what you think, right? Put that aside, and just think of the fact that something like this keeps Lily and Jack's name out there. It keeps them at the forefront. Every opportunity like this that can be taken to make sure that they are not forgotten, that is what is important. That's what's important, okay? Not any divided lines, not anybody's thoughts on what because everybody has a different thought, right? My thought, my husband's thoughts, different. My mother-in-law's different. My mother's different. Like everybody's thoughts are different, but don't focus on any divided lines. Focus on keeping Lily and Jack at the forefront and keeping their name out there. Okay. That's what this is. should be. That's what the thought should be behind this. Yeah, I saw that. I said thank you for sharing, but I don't want to share it on here because was that given to you by another channel? Because she'll probably want to share it if that's the case. And I don't want to go ahead and do that because I know she was giving them out to some people. Yeah. But if it's one that you just bought yourself and it has nothing to do with that, I'll share it. Hi, Miss Chelsea. Auntie Chelsea of Lilly&Jack. Novah, I highly recommend printed maps for searching. It's so easy to get turned around out there, and cell service drops a lot. Take pictures of Google Maps. Yeah, that's a good idea. And your route before heading out. Okay. Well, I will be at the meeting that morning. And so will Belinda Believes. So we'll recommend that. And plus that app, there's that app that they have to download this time. Oh, you purchased it on your own? Okay, well we'll share it then. Oh, you're going to send it to Janice. That's cute. Yeah, we'll share it then. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be at the meeting place in the morning. Belinda Believes. Yeah. Yeah. Just give me a second, guys. I will download, get the picture that Cheryl just sent of the sun visor. I don't think it was that. It's in my email. Give me a second. Maybe that is what it was called. That is really cool, Cheryl. Wow. That is really cool. All right, just give me a second. I will check my email. Yes, that's it. Oh, Belinda answered you. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Yeah. That's the app. But that's a good idea too, to take the screenshot of the maps, Google Maps. That's a good idea. My son's going to have my phone because his fiance is in Newfoundland with the baby visiting her parents right now, and she had to take the phone. So he's going to have my phone. So I'll have to download that app for him. There you go. That is the sunshade. See if I can make that bigger. Oh, no. So that goes across your front window. So, like, if you go into the beach, like I see even people when they go get their groceries, I've seen that in the parking lots, like at the grocery store and whatever. Yeah. You can't, Candace, you can't see the video. What video? Yes, Truth Chaser. Yes. Yeah. Agree. Yeah. Not sure what video you mean, Candace. Sorry. The app is great, but if service drops, the map doesn't always come through. Okay. So, yes, recommend taking photos of your route. Okay. Good idea. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you thought I was playing the video or something, because I said I was bringing up the picture. Yeah, so does everybody see that on screen? That's the sunshade thing that goes on your front window of your car. For us here, it would be in the summer. Yeah. It is. It is cool, isn't it? And she's given that to Janice. Cheryl. That's from Cheryl ordered it, and she's given it to Janice. How much are they, Cheryl? Oh, yeah. Well, it's not it's not at Lansdowne. It's at the RCMP police station here just down the road from me, actually. Yeah. It's in town. Yes. Yeah, wouldn't that be cool in the window? Yeah. Yeah. It is, isn't it? And you have to think that's the size of a window in a car. So Lily and Jack would actually be pretty big on that, right? Yeah. Yeah, print it out on paper, old school MapQuest style. Yeah, and take it with you. Yeah. I paid $30 for two. I was to have two different picks, but they sent the same one. Oh, cool. I mean, the price, like $30 for two, that's actually pretty darn good. Yeah, with a different picture on it. Yeah, that's actually pretty good, isn't it? Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Okay, I got to check my notes, make sure I didn't miss anything. And so the billboards and missingkids.ca, search, gathering of the hearts. Yeah, and the only new information really, well, one thing to me that was new, was when Belinda was on Hidden on the Fog. I almost said Hidden in the Frog. She had stated, and Belinda is the grandmother of Lily and Jack Sullivan. She had stated that Daniel had smashed Malaya's phone on Friday. I don't know. I did not have that written down, so I don't know if it's something I learned and forgot to write it down, and then, of course, I'm not gonna remember it. But I don't recall hearing that before, so to me, that was new information. Uh, and the other thing, during that I was very happy to hear Belinda do. I was sorry that she was put in the position that she had to do it, and she got so frustrated, and I just felt so bad for her. Um, but when it was being stated about people going after, the Martells and Mackenzies and accusing them of this and that and, um, calling them murderers. Well, I've never said that, and there's only a couple of YouTube folks that I've heard do that. I don't know what goes on Facebook. I don't watch it. I don't look at that, but my site. But um, and I mean, a couple of you can't you can't put all the apples in one basket, right? If there's a couple of rotten apples, then there's a couple of rotten apples. Um, and so if there's you know, people saying that, then obviously that's not it's not right. Like those things shouldn't be said to that extreme. Um, but it was being made to sound as though people come right out of the gate and we're calling them out on certain things. And I'm not talking about calling them murderers, but like other stuff, right? That has been very evident to anyone who's been paying close attention to everything. And Belinda spoke up and said that, she got very frustrated. That was not in the beginning of all this. That was afterwards when things became, you know, uh, more known, right, to what they were saying and the actions and stuff. And I feel so bad that she was put in a position to get that frustrated that, she had voiced that. But I'm so happy she voiced it because it is so true. And it's again one of those false narratives that's being strung along, right? That Lily and Jack went missing, and then all of a sudden, people across the world, started to question, what's wrong here in this with what's being said here with the Martells and the Mackenzies and picking out things and discrepancies and outright lies. And, the facts are the facts. Like, it's very easy to read something and see that or listen to something and know that you've said this here and now you're saying this here. Or you've said this here and that's not the truth because you knew this. Um, so yeah, that came down the road once people paid very close attention and noted that that was going on, right? I mean, it's not hard to note, like, it's very evident. Um, and she pointed that out, and I was so happy she did because I am so sick and tired of that type of narrative trying to be strung along because that is just not so. It is not so. Those thoughts came based off of what come out of their own mouths, right? Um, so sorry that Belinda had to get that upset. It was kind of sad to hear that, but I'm very happy that she spoke up and said that because as he was saying it, I was sitting there thinking, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sick and tired of this. Like, nobody come out of the gate doing that. Like, come on. Like, people do that because they're following this very closely and see the contradictory going on, the lies going on, and they're going to point those things out. Yeah. Belinda may have misinterpreted what Malaya had told her about the phone. Could have been an old phone that DM broke on her previously that had all her pictures of Jack and Lily on it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, aren't those the sunshades are nice. Yeah, try typing personalized sunshades for car in Google search to find them. Cool J, I agree. This is a possibility. Belinda didn't know what phone or when it was broke. Yeah, just that MBM didn't have her photos. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, the fact remains, again, it just backs up the whole scenario statistics of what was going on in that household, right? I mean, I've had plenty of phones. My husband and I have been together over 20 years. He's never broken any of them. And if he was behaving in that manner, it's, certainly, I know, it's certainly going to have an effect on the children in the home. To be living around that, it's just awful. It's awful, right? The statistics that were going on in that home. Didn't Logan say on her first Fog interview she had to program her number into M's phone as it was one that was just given to her. Many assumed it was because the RCMP took it, but broken makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. True. Please show Novah some love by tapping that like button. Dottie, hi. Thanks for being here. Yeah, I think I'd like to have one too. Share Cheryl, share Cheryl. Put it in the comments. Let us know. Yes. You'll have to rewind for sure. And we'll see what Shan has on the scoop by the time she comes on. Maybe she'll find out more than I found out. But I know one thing. I'm going to use that file number and put a request in. Yep. All right. On to the last article. Or the last topic, I should say. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Sorry, I'm reading at the same time as I'm speaking. Share Cares. Oh, I like your new name. Share Cares. People are wanting to know, where did you get the visors? If you want to put it in the chat, direct them where to go. Yeah, trigger warning on this next story, guys, okay? And I can't really say that this is a case, but I can't really say that it may not turn into a case. Oh, from Temu. Wow. Oh my God, I sounded like my grandson there. Temu, guys. Wow. Tambourine, hi. If I didn't say hi already, I don't remember if I did or not. Yeah, it's the sunshade. It's the sunshade that you put in your car. Isn't it nice? Yeah. Pretty nice. So, guys, this is in relation to the young woman who perished in a walk-in oven at Walmart. She was an employee at Walmart. And I'm sorry to change the subject. You guys are saying how beautiful the sunshades are, and I'm going to go into this topic. I'm sorry. Should have did Lily last. Lily and Jack last. No, Dottie. They haven't released the name, and that's what we were saying is kind of weird. Kind of makes you go, right? Because that would be a choice, right? For some reason, not to release the name. I'm just looking at the chat. I'm trying to see what Ginger said that's like Justin. A wash a spinner. That Daphne showed me the one that she found on she was looking for something else. And she found a wash a spinner. I can't even say it like Justin says it. Wash a spinner. Yeah, and yeah, and then she sent it to Justin, and he had it on his show there, and then she showed it too. But when I first looked at it, I thought it was an ice machine. I was like, "Well, what the heck is that?" Because it didn't look big, and like to me, it looked like something that would fit on your countertop. And I was like, "Is that an ice machine?" Yeah, she's looking for a laptop. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, I know, Jesse. Yeah. Well, I think they're trying to insinuate that it was self-inflicted, intentional. Um So anyways, yeah, we'll get into that. You guys continue to talk about what you want to talk about in the chat. I'll read this, but trigger warning, because we're talking about this young girl who perished in a walk-in oven that ended up being somehow turned on while she was in there. It happened here in Nova Scotia. When it first happened, a lot of people were talking about it, a lot of US YouTube channels, and everybody was like, well, what the heck happened here? Like this is kind of suspicious. Like how does that happen? Because you can't, the door closes from the outside. The door has to be closed for the oven to be turned on. So she couldn't turn the oven on and then go in there, close the door, because that's not how it works. Like there's a certain way that this oven works. Yeah, I know. A lot of people that I know that are used to those ovens said that. Like, no, there's no way. So it's confusing. And now the mother, she's wanting more answers. She's not satisfied with. Now, this happened a couple of years ago, 2024. So her body was not there. Now, this is her mother that's talking. She's just starting to speak out about it, okay? And again, trigger warning. Her body was not there. Mother describes finding daughter's charred remains in Halifax Walmart oven. Oh. The family of the late GURSIMRAN KAUR, 19, is not satisfied with the lack of concrete information about how she died. And this is the only reason why I decided to touch on this, because her family they're not satisfied with what they're being told. And there she is there, just beautiful. Beautiful young lady. Yeah. The Halifax mother who now, I'll give you a little background. Her and her mother both worked at Walmart, and they were both working the same shift, and I believe it was an overnight shift. So it happened to be her mother who found her. Just horrible. The Halifax mother who opened the door to a Walmart walk-in oven to find her 19-year-old daughter burned to death inside roughly 18 months ago has broken her silence on the young woman's tragic death. She says, I opened the door and she was there. Mandip Kaur told the Daily Mail, and full credit to the National Post for this article. She told the Daily Mail about the terrible night she discovered the charred and unrecognizable body of her only daughter, GURSIMRAN Kaur, inside the bakery's commercial oven at the department store where they both worked. I did not know there was even such a thing as walk-in ovens. I couldn't handle myself. I was there on the floor with her for 5 or 10 minutes. I didn't know what had happened. While it was clearly her daughter, Mandip said, and in her eyes, she remained, what remained was not. As previously reported by National Post, the women who had immigrated from India 3 years early were both on shift at the store's Mumford Road location in the city's West End on the night of Saturday, October 19th, 2024. When Mandip couldn't reach GURSIMRAN via text or after speaking to two managers who said they'd also not seen her in a while, Mandip's worry heightened, and they set about looking for her. When they arrived in the bakery, one of the managers noticed a black, and trigger warning, a black-brown liquid resembling tar leaking from the back of the oven, fluid that would turn out to be coming from GURSIMRAN's body, which lay next to the baking racks. Mandip said the sight made her hyperventilate and collapse to the floor. Within seconds, my life has changed forever, she said. God, that would be awful. Horrific thing to have happen, and a horrific thing for a mother to be the one to find. A month after her death, Halifax police ruled it was not suspicious. Now, a lot of people were talking about this and upset. And I know if this happened in the US, there would have been way more talk about it and more people on the, I know some of the crime channels did start to talk about it, and then it just kind of went to the wayside, right? But if this happened in the US, I know it would have continued to be talked about. Like, how is that not suspicious, right? So the police ruled it not suspicious, noting at the time there are questions that might never be answered. Well, yeah. Like, how did she end up in there with the door closed and the oven on when the door has to be closed on the outside? And in order for the oven to be on, the door has to be closed. So that's what I don't understand. That's where I'm just like, okay, this is not making sense. My internet. Just 3 weeks ago, Nova Scotia's department, so this is literally like just within the last few weeks this year. So Nova Scotia's Department of Labor announced it had found no safety violations related to GURSIMRAN's gruesome end. So there's no violations. So everything was in working order, standards up to standard. No violations in that sense. Okay, fine. So it wasn't equipment failure. So then you go back to the question. How did she get in there with the oven on, the door closed, you have to close the door on the outside, and in order to be able to use that oven, the door has to be closed. It just doesn't make sense. Investigators determined the oven was in proper working order at the time of the incident and no safety violations were identified that could have contributed to the worker's death. The department said in a news release. The department also found no broader safety concerns associated with the type of oven. Mandip told the Mail the family is not satisfied that investigators haven't produced concrete evidence about how GURSIMRAN ended up inside the oven and could not get out. And I agree with them. There is something suspicious here. But I think they're trying to insinuate that she did it intentionally, right? That it was, that word we're not allowed to say. CUICIDE. Which I can't imagine. But even if that's the case, still, was she able to do it? This kind of reminds me of that story. Remember the one that they found off the balcony in a mansion, right? Her boyfriend was rich. And the way that she was hanging was like hog-tied position, which, how does anybody get themselves in that position and then hangs themselves from a balcony? And they said, nothing suspicious here. She did that herself. And the family are still trying to fight that. It kind of reminds me of that. Like how, right? So the family is not satisfied on how GURSIMRAN ended up inside the oven and could not get out, despite there being a working mechanism inside to allow her to exit. And that's the other thing. You can exit from the inside in case there's like a safety button or whatever, and it was working, or a safety exit latch, and it was working. They also don't know how long she was in the oven, how much she suffered before dying, or if she screamed for help. God, what goes through her poor mom's head? After 18 months investigation, they are unable to discover what happened. Well, if they're unable to discover it, then they can't say it's not suspicious. After 18 months investigation, they are unable to discover what happened, she said. They don't know. They don't have any proof, no solid results. Mandip had been considering legal action against Walmart, but the recent Department of Labor decisions severely weakens any case she can mount. If the Department of Labor says everything was in working order, right? She shot down any suggestion that her daughter committed suicide. GURSIMRAN was a happy girl, valedictorian of her class, with sights set on one day studying medicine, and she'd spent the night before her death laughing and celebrating a family event. More evidence. Whoops. Sorry, I lost my spot there, guys. My apologies. She shot down the suggestion that her daughter would commit suicide. More evidence that she wasn't planning to take her own life came when a package she ordered arrived days after her death. After a service at their local Gurdwara, the family returned to India, where GURSIMRAN's ashes were scattered to the ocean in a private ceremony for kith and kin. A GoFundMe for the family raised $200,000 in 24 hours. The Walmart location was closed for 4 months after the fatality, during which time the bakery was renovated and moved to another section of the store. The new ovens are not walk-ins. Well, that's good. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to go back here in the chat, see what you guys are saying. Yeah, that is horrific. Yeah. Yeah. Just horrific. Yeah. Yeah. No way. Yep. And people wondered if someone else closed the door behind her, like a hate crime, in my opinion, allegedly speculating. I heard that rumor. Yeah, I heard that rumor. And I heard a rumor that she had a boyfriend who also worked in the. Now, these are just rumors, not saying any of this is true, but that she had a boyfriend who also worked at the Walmart. Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's true. My son told me that. He lives in Halifax. I know. So young. Yeah, Daphne, isn't that awful? Isn't that awful? But there's something, I don't know. I can't blame the family at all. No, me neither. Me neither. Like, I would want a very specific answer to how that happened to be comfortable with the fact that there was nothing specific that took place there, because there's just too many mechanisms in place to stop that from happening. So how did that, it just doesn't make sense. Ovens shouldn't even be on that time of evening. So hot in there and couldn't walk in when on. Yeah, well, maybe that's when they do the baking through the night, right? Like muffins or, stuff for the next day to go out on the shelves, possibly. I did find out that they don't clean them. So it's not like she was in there scrubbing it down, that was part of the night shift job or anything. Yeah, so her mother is wondering what happened. Okay, I will shut up about this. No, you can share your thoughts. You're allowed to share your thoughts. How devastating, I know. Cool J, share your thoughts. I've heard all it's speculation, right? And I've heard all the speculations. Like, you can speculate, just make sure you're saying speculation. But no, Little Bear, that's the first I ever heard of it, was when this took place. But yeah, because I've heard several things, right, of speculation. It's horrific. Yep. Susie Mack, thanks for being here. That is horrible. Prayers for the mom and family. Yeah. Yeah. Very terrible. Yeah. And now here's the thing. The highest rate of women to commit, suicide is of the Indian culture. In fact, it's all between double and triple. And there are reasons why, that have to do with certain things regarding the culture, things that have changed as well surrounding the culture. Now, does that mean anything? Right? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna choose to do that, that's definitely I can't imagine someone actually choosing that. Uh, I don't know. Cool J, I've heard speculation about that. Wouldn't there be cameras in the bakery as they are everywhere in the stores? Well, but think of it this way, if there were cameras in there, then they should definitely know what happened, whether it was her or someone else, right? Because they would see her setting up the whole thing to do it to herself, right? And however she got that door closed, like, did she take something and slip it under the bottom and be able to pull it shut or to put herself in there? Like, but the thing is, how would she get the oven on? Like, if she locked herself in there, then how did the oven get on? Because somebody else would have to turn that oven on. Because the oven can't turn on until the door's shut, right? So she couldn't turn it on, open the door, and then go in there. It doesn't work that way. So I don't know. But if there is a camera there, then whatever took place, they would 100% have the answers. Oh, I think it's sus too, definitely. Washa spinner. Uh, what, she crawled in there and turned on the oven? That's crazy. Well, exactly. You can't get the oven on from the inside, and you can't turn the oven on and then open the door and walk in. So that's what I don't understand. Coworker, this is horrific, that poor child. I know. I know. No cameras in the bakery, and the oven was found to have nothing wrong with it. So, no faults with the door or anything. Yeah. Perfectly working condition, up to standard, up to code, like no fault at all with that oven. So, who's hiding what and why is my question. Well, and that's the other thing you have to remember too, right? We have a big billion-dollar company here. Billion, trillion, whatever, right? I'm not into conspiracies. I'm not. But and I'm not saying I don't think it's that anyways. I don't think it's anything as far as any conspiracy like that, but I do think something else happened here. Are the cease and desists going out fake? Oh, not even going there. Not even going. Actually, I will say something about that. I did look at that from one of the videos that people were playing, so I had to pause it and read it. I do not see in that whole letter. I'm being wholeheartedly honest. Just give me a second, guys. I got to take a drink. There, sorry guys, I had to take a drink. I'm gonna take that down so we can see Lily and Jack. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm being wholeheartedly honest here. I read that, and I don't see anywhere where it says it's from a lawyer. It says that it's from it says names at the top. Cheryl, Cindy, Malaya, like those names. It says it's from them. I didn't see where it says that it was from a lawyer at all. Maybe I missed it. I read it over a couple of times and I was like, well, I don't see where it says that it was from a lawyer. My understanding is that it was witnessed by that individual. But it says where it specifically says from, and then it says like Cindy, Malaya, Cheryl, and so on. That's what I saw. Yes, so I heard that rumor as well. I think I already said it. I think. The Walmart victim may not be the only victim. Around that time, another female with the same last name drowned, and it was sus as well. Interesting. If you want to send that to my email, go ahead. novashchannel@gmail.com. Really, Chelsea, I assumed cameras everywhere. Not always. Not always. We assume that, right? Maybe that's the least likely place where people steal things. I bet you there's cameras all over the meat department and compared to the bakery. Maybe her mother. What made her mother look in the oven? Well, she was calling her. She in the article there, it said like she had been texting, calling, trying to find her. And then they all started looking for her and nobody could find her. And then when they went, around looking in that department, because they were looking everywhere, that's when they seen the liquid coming out of the oven. Oh, terrible. Just only everywhere the shoppers are. Yeah, because that oven would be in behind an area. In fact, I think they're like, I know Walmart here, you don't see ovens anywhere. They must be out back, right? Behind those doors, those swinging doors that you see them coming in and out of the back of the store. People haters. When I was 21, someone at my workplace who did not like me locked me in the freezer there. Oh my God. My boss was the only one that found me. He fired the man right on the spot and never allowed to. I would have had him charged. Never allowed to come on the property again. Wow. That's crazy. That is crazy. Sorry that happened to you. That's awful. Did mother go to India immediately after this happened? Does it say anything about that? It did say that they went back to India to spread her ashes. Now, whether they stayed there or not, I don't know. I don't know. They may have stayed there after something so horrific like that, right? Like it could just be a really bad feeling to come back here. Yeah, that's awful. That's terrible. Did politicians get involved in this case immediately? Politicians? I didn't know there was any politicians involved in it. Maybe a cruel prank that went horribly wrong and no one wants to admit to it. In my opinion, allegedly. I wondered if something like that happened too as well, Ginger, or like, was anything even in the oven that had to be baked? Because then I thought, like, well, maybe she went in there to do something and then somebody else came behind her, not realizing it, shut the door, turned it on, and took off quick to go on to other work, not realizing she was in there. So was anything even in there that was being prepared to be baked? Like, yeah, a lot of questions. 3 hours. Good friggin' God. That's awful. Cool J, not sure. Not sure she went, but had a GoFundMe for husband to come to Canada. Yes, that's right. That's right. And then they went back and took her back. I got a shout out. It was rumored the girl's boyfriend worked there as well. Not sure if truth to that. And I heard that as well. So that's speculation. Speculation, total rumor. Freezer at my work had a push button inside for that reason. I thought we were stuck, coworker and I, but no, there's an emergency button. Yeah. Yeah. And there might not have been back in the day. It was probably the boyfriend, in my opinion. I don't know who, what, or why, or who or why, but I feel like there's something more to it. I mean, come on, right? It was terrifying. Just happened my boss wanted to check something in the freezer and drove in from his home when he found me. Well, thank goodness. My goodness. Obviously foul play. How could some want to do such a horrible thing? Well, exactly. Like, how could there not be foul play in that? Like, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, how? Yes, the man locked it with a lot. Oh, nice. Yeah. Real nice guy there. Yeah, you could have been on a live if your boss hadn't showed up. And what did he do? Like, okay, haha, that's funny. Now you let I mean, not that I would do that at all, but excuse me, because I had a drink. But 3 hours goes by, and so when was he planning on letting you out of there? That's insane. I would have had him charged. It is scary feeling for me. That's for sure. I can't imagine you alone in there. Yeah. Yeah. The lock the boss put there so no one could go in and steal. Oh, God. No mother should have to endure that pain. No, I know. Oh, horrific. I worked in the hospital as a healthcare aide for 14 to 15 years. A lady accidentally locked herself in the morgue, but didn't realize she could get out by a button. She had a hospital phone on her. No, I wouldn't either. No. How the heck is there no cameras? Well, it's behind. They're behind. Like, okay, so I don't know how it is at your guys' market, but here at the market, at the bakery, you can see, like, there's a spot where you get the cakes and stuff. And then on the other side, they're right there. And you see the ovens and the racks and everything, right? And they're right there so that you can say, hello, I'd like something written on this cake or place an order or whatever. But it's not like that at the Walmart here, anyways. So, Walmart, those great big steel doors that you see, like, I think of like layaway back in the days, or if they can't find something out front, it might be out stock out there. It's where the trucks come to drop stuff off and back up to those ports that they can put the back of the truck up to. But the ovens have to be beyond those doors somewhere because they're not in the store. Like, you can't see a bakery in the store. Like, you see them walking through the store with a rack to refill. But that stuff's out of sight. So I can see why there would be no cameras there. Yeah, very horrifying, sad. I want to know why they changed the location of the bakery. Is the store aware of something they are not saying? Yeah, I've heard people saying that. Yeah. Yeah. That's one thought. right? Or is it because of such a horrific thing happening in that area that, it's not an area people would want to be around anymore with that happening? I hope that the family get the real answers because no way did she do this to herself. I agree, Dottie. I agree. Did the mother go to India at the time when police were trying to question her? Not that I've ever heard. Hello, sorry I'm late. Hi, Shan. No worries. I know you're going live here soon. We're just finishing up our last topic here. We hit 3 topics today. Yeah. I agree. I sure hope they get justice for the daughter. Yeah, little bear. Just a very solid answer to what took place, right? Like, I'd need a very concrete answer as to why it's not suspicious, right? And insinuating that if they are, that it could be a suicide. I wouldn't go for that. It was said that the camera in the bakery was malfunctioning that night. Really? Never heard that one. Interesting. And hello, Paul, by the way. Thanks for being here. Wash a spinner. Yeah, Lynn. Oh my God, how horrific. I seen this on the news. Well, I sure hope there are all kinds of new mechanics put in place so this will never happen again. Well, the thing is, they said it had nothing to do with any mechanics. Everything was perfectly fine. The new oven that they have in place now is not walk-in. And I mean, one would think that they would remove all the walk-ins, right, from all the stores. So is the investigation over or is the family taking it further? I think they're going to be taking it further. They said they're not happy with the answers they're being given. Yeah, and yeah, I would not be happy with that. And to be told sometimes things just can't be explained. No, 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 no. I wouldn't be going for that. Hubby starts at 4 a.m. as most bakers do to have things fresh for store opening. No cameras in bakery at Superstore either. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you have to think it's not in the department where the baked goods are. It's not where you're looking at the breads and the muffins and the biscuits, right? And the cookies. It's not in that area. It's in the area where people are actually baking the products, right? So, yeah. It'd be like having cameras on the meat cutter, right? They just don't do that. So that makes sense. Yeah. It's been a minute since I worked in a bakery, but I believe they leave the oven on all day. They should definitely put cameras in the bakery. I believe there was another news report that talked about the loss of power in the store shortly before the incident. Really? People were already evacuating, I believe, is what it said. Really? I didn't read that. I actually went back to one of the old articles just to see if there was anything to add based on what was in the article that just came out. And I didn't really see too much, different there. And that wasn't in the article I read, but it's not to say it wasn't in some other article. It takes 2 people to do what happened. And then that's where my brain goes to tambourine. That's where my brain goes. That it just does not seem possible for one person to be able to do that. And if someone's going to try to do that and be successful because they want to unalive themselves, why do it that way? Someone closed that door and turned on that oven when she was inside. That's all I'm going to say, in my opinion, allegedly speculating. Well, that's where my thoughts go as well, in my opinion, speculation. Yeah. Sky Painter, hello. We had a similar incident in Surrey, BC, with a body in a pizza oven. No one ever charged. Gosh. How? That's strange. Novah, I have to go out, but thank you for your channel. Glad to be back. Have a great night all. Getting snacks for the hockey games, playoffs. Well, thank you for being here. Take care. And Paul says, another rumor was that she was pregnant by her white boyfriend and was promised to a guy in India. Miss Shenanigans. We're going to have to finish up here because Miss Shenanigans is going live, I believe, at 7. So, and I'm getting hungry too. Wow, it's almost been 3 hours. That's a long one for me. Odessa, hi, Chicky. Hello, Shan. Hi, Shan. Good evening, all. Hello, Lindsay. Good evening, Novah from Nova Scotia. I worked in a bakery. You have to push the oven door closed. Yep, I read that. It doesn't close itself. Many people made videos from Walmart proving this as well. I watched that video when this had first happened. Yes, yes. And you can't close it from the inside, and you can't turn it on unless the door is closed. So it's just all it's very bizarre. It's very mysterious. I think the word mysterious, definitely. Yeah. They should have smelled her before they found her. Possibly, but I imagine those ovens are pretty insulated and may have helped. I imagine as soon as they opened the door, they were hit with a smell. In my opinion, there should be like a big red siren light for motion inside stuff, like ovens, walk-in coolers, freezers. Yeah. Yeah. Other people have shared that opinion. Belinda believes. I hear ya. She was red rummed. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to have to get down to the end here. I'm so sorry I didn't get to all your comments. Yeah, because I'm way behind, but great conversation. I think we can all agree. I haven't read any comment yet where anybody's like, oh, yeah, I could see how this could happen. Sure. So I think we can all agree there's something strange with this story. And I hope the family get answers. I hope they push for it to be looked into further because it's very bizarre. Very bizarre. Aw, thank you. Thank you. And thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you. All right, guys. Lots of love, lots of positive vibes. I'll play our exit missing posters music and show the missing posters, unsolved homicides. And you guys are welcome to continue chatting until that is done. I'll leave it up to you. And when you see my grandson in his jolly jumper giggling his pants off. He's actually got one pant leg up and one down. It looks so cute. is just so cute. He's just loving life. When you see that, that means we're at the end and it's time to exit, right? That's that little bit of happiness to end the video with. So lots of love to you guys, lots of positive vibes. I will see you again. The next live will be a members live, okay? And we will pick something from the journals. I'll pick a member from the audience. I'm going to give 10 free memberships out first. So for anybody that wants to be there and doesn't have a membership, hopefully you'll get one. And then we will pick a story from the journals and we'll have story time. And one of you guys will pick the story. One of you folks from the audience. Yeah. So I will see you then. Bye, everyone.